Hey guys, I got a request to show you guys my secondary weapons here. I'll actually go over that in a second, so I'm just going to do a real quick walk around. I'm packing for a game tomorrow, so I got my CQR Mod 2 there in that box. I'm going to sell that tomorrow, hopefully get rid of the M9 tomorrow, hopefully get rid of the Classic Army M4 tomorrow. Let's see, what else am I selling? I think that's all for now, a few mags and such. Here's a SCAR. If you haven't seen the review on that, check that out. I got a couple of videos on it, a short and long version. My SR10 with all my various things I've reviewed on it. And I'll step over here, and here's my kit. So, single point sling, all my K120s. I got my Camelback or Condor version of it at least. So any of that stuff, if you see anything you want me to review, just post up below and I'll review it if I have it still after tomorrow. Got my bag of, or box rather, BBs and shooting glasses and tools and face protection gloves, an extra pair of goggles and all that. My 3-color tan. Got my custom hat here made, and propane helmet, fill, cap, and then here's the actual point of the video that people wanted to see. I've reviewed this one before. It's the KWA KP8 compact. You can see how small it is. It actually fits right here in my M4 pouch, which is the reason I decided to keep it. Front end's going to change colors though, since I'm not going to be shipping it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and make it all black or do something cool with it. It actually weighs about as much as all the 1911s I've owned, and it weighs the same as that M9 right there. So it's actually got some heft to it, even though the bottom grip here is plastic. So yeah. Full metal slide, let's see. There we go. I wouldn't advise doing that. I just had one hand there. But these things are pretty beefy and they stand up to a good bit. So I really enjoyed it. I was surprised by this thing, how accurate it was. We did an all pistols game. First time I used it, just to get a kick out of it. It's very efficient. It's very accurate. So I usually would go no more than maybe 2 rounds on any person, as long as they were within 100 feet. If they were within 75 feet or so, I usually hit them 1 or 2 times out of 3 shots. And it can keep up very decently with fast trigger pull. If you've seen my other video where I tried to max out a USP unsuccessfully at that point, this one actually keeps up with it as well, even though it's the non-NS2 system. So there's that one, and then here is the one that I consider kind of to be a showpiece. It's my CQB weapon, crossover, and secondary as well if I were to go DMR or sniper rifle. It's got the folding stock on the back. If you guys don't know, this is the KWA MP9R because of the rail. So it's all polymer body except for metal rails, everything on it, and then the magazines. I got a 20 rounder here and a 48 rounder here, or 49 or 50 or whatever you want to call it. I've not counted them. So it's got the folding stock, very lightweight, very thin. It folds over very nicely and it sticks very well up here, unlike some other guns. Well, partially because this doesn't have very much weight, so when you fold it over, see if I can do this with one hand, here we go, it clicks in really nicely and it will not fall off during your running or whatever you're doing, just because, partially because the clip's good and partially because the weight of this is very minimal. So it's actually pretty comfortable length too as well for such a short gun. The stock actually, provides a good bit of length on the back end, almost M4 length. One of the adjustments probably setting 3 or 4 on my SR10, the same length. So not too bad for a CQB weapon. I have the CQB bolt-in, which this is the low power one for 350 feet per second. I also have the high power one for 400 feet per second for field play. It works and functions like the real thing. You actually have to use the slide release and everything in order for it to function properly. The only safety on here is the 2-stage trigger, pretty much. Just depress that and then it's firing. That's the only downside to it if you don't have very good trigger awareness, but I don't seem to have a problem with it. Semi-automatic, full automatic setting, just push pin across there. KP8 trademarks, KP9R, and then I got this suppressor. Now I don't know if I like it or not yet. It doesn't really do anything as far as sound goes, as most suppressors do. They're just barrel extensions for looks. I really don't know if I like the look of this one. It looks like 2 pieces of PVC pipe with a tube in the middle, but it's actually metal. But the amount that you would spend brand new on one of these is, like $60. I don't advise getting it. I'll build you one myself for a heck of a lot cheaper, and it'll be better quality. I got this one in a trade for free, so so I figure might as well put it on the gun. Normally I'll run a stubby foregrip up here made by Classic Army, but currently it is on right there on my SR10. That's on my Scar rather, just for tomorrow because somebody's borrowing that gun. So I figured I'd decorate it a little bit for them, and this one might not get as much field time because I'll be using the KP8. But yeah, so these are my sidearms. Like I said, this one I'll probably run most often, especially for CQB play when I have another primary weapon like the VFC Scar over there. But then for if we just do small field play, I need to get a few more mags. I'm going to head over to Airsoft Fix and grab a couple more there. They're $39 and free shipping, best price I've ever found. Kyle there is a great guy. You'll hear me talk about him a lot. He's just one of my friends that I've gotten to know over the years through Airsoft. So there you go. To the person who requested this video, I hope it interests you a little bit. And if you have any more questions about any of this other gear that I have out here, I know it's not much right now, but let me know and I'll try to review whatever you have questions about. Thanks for watching.